Then dip me underway. You can fill my mouth with flow. Hold me till I scream for air to breathe. And wash me over until my well runs dry. Send all your sins all over me, baby, baby.
What's up, A-Gang? And welcome back to another freaking vlog. Y'all, it is Thursday morning. It's like 8 o'clock. Close to 8:30 right now, and we are up and about to go do a showing that is almost an hour away from the house. Now, this is not something that I want to like start doing often, taking on clients that live, you know, far or shopping far away from home. But it's kind of the situation right now, and I don't want to back out on this particular client. So it is a older gentleman and his wife. They are looking for a house that is on 10 plus acres of land, and I found something for them in Pacific, Missouri. And if you're from Missouri, you know Pacific is far away. So right now, we're just putting our makeup on, because although I have been working with this client for like 2 months now, I have not physically seen them in person yet. Mainly because the initial house that they wanted to see went under contract before we was able to see it. And we have been trying to find a different home since then, and we're just now finding something. So that is why, y'all, this blush scares me every time I put it on. Like, it frightens me, but I like it. I like the way it looks under my makeup. So we are in a bit of a rush. I want to be out the house by 9 o'clock. Well, I absolutely have to be out of this house at 9 o'clock to make it to Pacific at 10. That's what time our appointment is. I'm not putting anything special on, but I am going to dress really business casual. I tend to dress for the type of client that I am meeting with, and with this being an older couple, I definitely want to be like professional, real professional. So I'm just gonna put on a pair of slacks, a blazer, and maybe some heels. I don't know yet. We're gonna see what we got in our closet. And of course, I'm putting a little makeup on my face. Nothing too crazy. Yeah. And then for the rest of the day, I think there's some other stuff that I need to get done. We are leaving tomorrow for Aaliyah's meet at Texas A&M, and our flight leaves at like 5 in the morning. So I need to get my bags packed for that. Yeah, these early morning travel days be so brutal. They be so brutal, but I prefer to travel early in the day, mainly because, for one, you just kind of get it done and over with, and you get to spend more time where you're going. Like, you just get like a extra few hours wherever you're traveling to. And then for two, when you get that first flight of the day, it's rare that your flight, you know, is delayed, unless it's like due to weather. But I found that when I travel later in the day, like, that's when too many delays be going on with my flights and stuff, and I ain't got time for that. So we're just gonna take some early flights. But anyway, I'm about to finish my little makeup. I'm only gonna do like a little concealer under the eye, a little blush, a little, what is it called? What time is it? Shit, it's 8:33. I need to step it up a little bit. A little highlight. Yeah, I love a highlight. Love it. And some mascara, a little eyeliner. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'm just putting on a pair of slacks and a blazer. And I'm probably gonna pop on a heel. And then we're gonna be out of here. But I gotta hurry up, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and let y'all go right quick. And I'll be back. All right, y'all. We just left our showing. And of course, I got my GPS talking to me in my ear. But of course, I was with a buyer, so I didn't get to take y'all with me because I didn't want to be weird, but y'all already knew that. I wish I was going to try to stay after they had left just so I can kind of give y'all a glimpse of what the house looked like, but I was kind of talking to them and we kind of walked out together, so that didn't happen. Y'all, look. They is over here with farmland, and the house that they're looking at is sitting on 10 acres with like this huge lake, but the house itself just was not worth the money. They're asking $600,000, and even though the house was nice, like it was a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, it had a finished basement, it was a nice house, like in general. Where's the street? Oh, here we go. It was a nice house in general, but the paint on the walls was iffy. Like, I don't even understand why the walls looked the way they looked. Some of the features in the house was just like, let's just say the workmanship was not good. It just wasn't. It just didn't look good. And for $600,000, they was gonna have to put too much money into it to, to get it to where they wanted, where they would be comfortable. They liked the fact that, it was sitting on the 10 acres and it had the lake, and, they loved all of those things, but they didn't like the fact that after spending $600,000, they was still gonna, have to put money into the house. So nobody ever wants to do that. Hell, I wouldn't want to do that. If I'm paying $600,000 for a house, I need it to be turnkey ready. It just depends. It just depends. Because sometimes you can pay $600,000 for a house that's really worth $1 million, or it's really worth $800,000 or $900,000, but it might need like, a little renovation, something like if you found in a foreclosure or whatever. But that's not this. This is not the case. This is not a foreclosure. This is not a house that once they put, $50,000-$60,000 into it, it's getting ready to be worth $1 million. That's not the situation, okay? So, we are done with that. That is the only showing that I had for today. And y'all, my showings have pretty much kind of slowed down a little bit because I have like 20 active buyers. Well, I say out of those 20 people, I think out of 20 people that I'm working with right now, I would say 10 of those are active buyers, and then maybe 5 or 6 of those are like active. And when I say active, I mean like they are ready to go. They are ready to pull the trigger. As soon as they find something that they love, they're gonna pull the trigger. Or it's people that we have already been putting in offers and our offers haven't been accepted, so we're just kind of back at the drawing board seeing what we got. And then the other 10 people that are not active buyers, or the shit, I don't know, y'all do the calculations, I didn't forgot the calculations. They are people that are like still dealing with their lender, trying to get approved. It might be a situation where the lender say, hey, we can approve you, however, we need you to fix X, Y, and Z on your credit, or we need you to pay this off, or we need you to, those type of things. So we just waiting a little bit for those people to be in the position to like pull the trigger once they find something to buy. So that's why we're being a little bit at a standstill when it comes to showings. I have a showing for tomorrow, but I won't be here, so I am having to get somebody else to do that showing for me. And then I have another showing like on Tuesday that I'll do myself. So, you know, that kind of sprinkled out, you know. So anyway, a little update, a little life update real quick. Lyndon had to go to the emergency room last night. It was a little scary. So he gets up, and y'all, Lyndon is one of those people that he don't say nothing unless something is really wrong. Like, he'll deal with stuff, and you know, something like, if it's something small, he'll pretty much just kind of like give it time to go away. We talking about like health wise. He'll give it time to go away, or he'll see if it's going to go away, and I tell him to stop doing that. Anytime, you know, there's something that might be an issue, he needs to just let us know. You know, just let us know, and we can kind of help you determine if it's an emergency or whatever. So when Lyndon comes into our room, we know that it's an issue. So he came into the room late last night, probably like 10 or 11 o'clock at night, holding his chest, saying that his heart was beating super fast, and he was having, you know, some hard times breathing. So, you know, I told him, come here, let me, you know, feel your chest. And I put my hand on his chest, and like, you can feel his heart. It almost felt like his heart was beating out of his chest, and it was beating like real fast. And I'm like, oh, okay, let's go to the hospital. Fun Police jumps up. We rush him to the hospital. They do a EKG on him. They literally did the EKG and took it straight back to the doctor for the doctor to see. The lady at the front, she had it kind of written all over her face that it wasn't, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't normal the way his heart was beating. And they took him back to a room immediately. It was a whole bunch of people who started running in there, hooking him up to all these different monitors. They're asking, you know, him who we are, like, they're asking him, like, who are these people? And he's like, those are my parents. And they was asking him, are you okay with them being in here for, you know, the whole process? And he like, wait a minute, what's, like, Lyndon literally said, yeah, what's getting ready to happen? And you know, they were just saying that they had to have his permission, because they was gonna tell him to take his shirt off and all of that stuff. So they hooked him up to a bunch of monitors. And my dang, why is you? Hold on, y'all. I done dropped my damn phone.
Turn left onto West Osage Street.
So they hooked him up to a bunch of monitors.
Turn left.
They kept asking him. They asked him, do he take any drugs or anything? And I get it. Like, that's gonna be kind of, you know, one of your first questions when you got somebody whose heart is beating the way that it is. And then of course they asked him, had he drank any energy drinks. Lyndon does not drink energy drinks. He do drink like sodas and stuff, but he doesn't drink energy drinks. So he was telling them no, he hadn't drank any of the above. He's not using any drugs. They asked what was he doing when he first noticed his heart beating like that, and he literally was laying down reading a book. If y'all know Lyndon, y'all know Lyndon is a bookworm. He reads books. That's what he enjoys doing. He said he was just laying down reading a book, and then he can feel his chest beating. And I think from there he probably started panicking, and then that's when he came into our room. They draw his blood. And it was a black doctor, y'all. It was a black doctor in the ER. I was excited. And he had lots and everything. I was like, yes. Because we don't hear, I don't know how it is in other areas, but here, we do not see black doctors often. Like, we have black doctors here, but very few of them. Especially in the ER. I don't think I've ever seen a black doctor in the ER. Ever. So anyway, you know, they give him some medicine. I forget the name of it, but it was basically how they explained it to us. It was like medicine to kind of help slow the heart rate down. But later on, when they brought it up again, they say that it's like the same medication they give to people who experience anxiety. They gave him that through an IV, and they gave him some fluids through an IV, and his heart rate did come down. It came down a lot from where it was, but it still was kind of high. So anyway, long story short, he was dehydrated, y'all. He was dehydrated, and he was having an anxiety attack. So my theory is probably that whatever effect his body had from not being hydrated started stressing him out, like started worrying him and caused him to have anxiety. So they said that, you know, being dehydrated, it does cause your heart to have to work more or harder to take oxygen to your brain or whatever. So I think his heart rate was up because, you know, being dehydrated. But I think the fact of him freaking out, thinking, because like, y'all, he thought it was the end. Like, as we was driving him to the hospital, he kept asking the phone police, what if we don't make it in time? Like, what? And then at one point he said, what if my heart stops before we can make it to the hospital? So he definitely was freaking out. Fun police freaking out. And I had to tell the fun police, like, you, in situations like that, you have got to start calming the hell down, because when you're freaking out, you're making the person that, you know what I'm saying, that's having the issue, you making them freak out even more. I was the calm one, and of course in my head I'm freaking out, but I'm understanding that I have to be calm because he's obviously freaking out, you know, that his heart is beating like this. So I have to be calm to keep him calm. And what was I forgot where I was going with this, but I had to stay calm. But yeah, I think his anxiety came from him, you know, his heart rate being the way that it was, and him, you know, being scared. He was scared. He was scared that this was the end. So anyway, they got him stable. Like I said, his heart rate had dropped a lot, but it still was kind of on the high side. So they kept him a little longer, gave him more fluids. And then the more fluids they gave him, the lower his heart rate dropped. I do think that Lyndon is still worried. Like, I think he's still scared. I would be too, if we being honest. So my mama is heading, she's probably already there. My mom was heading to the house to be with him, you know, just so somebody can be there with him for, you know, some time while I'm gone, because like I said, I had to drive an hour away to get to this showing, and just in case something else happens, he's not there by himself. We're going to be gone all weekend, so I'm not sure what we're going to do about that. If we're going to maybe see if my mom can come stay with him, or what we're going to do. I think he's going to be fine. Me personally, I think he's going to be fine. I think he just needs to start drinking more water. And I know, I was 23. Lyndon's birthday is in 2 days. Damn. He's going to be 23 in 2 days. I was 23 before. I was at that age where I was not drinking no damn water. I was drinking sodas and juice and everything but water. So I get it. But he's going to have to drink water. Like, he does now. Don't get me wrong. He does drink water. He's just not drinking enough of it. He's taking, you know, he might take some sips here, take some sips there, and in his head, I'm drinking water. No, sir. I'm going to need for you to take more than just a couple of sips here and there. I need you to take some gulps. Okay? Lots of them. So I think as long as he stay hydrated, I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be fine. But, you know, that anxiety is something else. And then when they said it, you know, it had some anxiety, he was having some anxiety, he was like, I'm not worried about anything though. Like, what would I have anxiety for? It's like, yeah, you are worried about something. You're worried about if your damn heart is about to stop beating. That's anxiety. That can cause anxiety. That can bring on some type of anxiety. So that is a little life update, y'all. That's just happened last night. Literally. Just last night. And we didn't get home till like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. But yeah. So anyway, we are headed home. On my way home, I kind of wanted to stop somewhere to get, maybe I might stop at the Nike store. I kind of wanted to get a little something to wear to Aaliyah's track meet this weekend.
8.3 miles. Turn right onto East 5th Street.
So we might stop off at the Nike store. I gotta pass it on my way there, but first I need to make sure my mom is at my house so that I know I have a little time to stop, and he's not at home by himself. So I'll be back in a little second. What Christmas tree? What Christmas tree? I don't see no Christmas tree. So I don't know what y'all talking about. Talking about, is that a Christmas tree I still see up? I don't see no Christmas tree. So I don't know what y'all talking about. Calm down, y'all. Calm down. Whatever Christmas tree y'all think y'all see, it's about to come down. I mean, God forbid a girl is out here grinding and getting shit done and don't have time to take this big ass Christmas tree down. Do y'all know how much it takes, how much effort and time it takes to take this big ass Christmas tree down? A lot. But we're about to tackle it right now. Let's go.
Broken future, all the plans you made in your heart grew just to die. And now your damaged goods, damaged should have never been. Thought you were bulletproof, look at you, what happened? Did she hurt you? Are you okay, baby? Everyone gets hurt, that's how we learn to make love work. It's part of life, but if you need a lullaby, baby, don't cry.
some time has passed. We did get the Christmas tree down. We did. But then I had to run out to do this showing real quick. So we are at a house here in St. Charles. I got the Fun Please with me because it is kind of late. And I don't feel like no mass murderers being in the house or nothing. And take, oh, this is small little half bathroom. That's kind of little. That's look like they turned a closet into.
Wow. Shit.
Let's look upstairs, y'all. Oop. Oh, it's a closet, walk-in closet. Where the the main bedroom is downstairs. Yeah, we went into it first. Yep. The bedrooms are decent sizes.
Yeah, the bedrooms are decent size.
Yeah, it's a 3-bedroom. So yeah. This is what we are doing. It's 6:30 or almost 6:30. It's 6:20 p.m. Did you just turn the light off?
No.
I could have sworn I just seen a light on out there.
I didn't turn it on.
I think it's like motion. Yeah, so I don't know if he gonna like all this carpet. Yeah, like somebody.
They're blocking the mailbox.
Right. He probably gonna try to have me told.
Try to come home. Can't get mail.
Y'all, and look at this this stove they got up here. Like, for real, y'all could at least cleaned it real good. Like, really, really cleaned it. I'm so scared of looking in. I mean, for 400,000. Yeah, we just sitting here being some Karens like a mug. We being some real estate Karens, but that is why I am here. Like, as a realtor, it is the next day, and yeah, we is at the airport. We just getting through TSA. We are getting ready to fly out to. Oh, let me get my camera focused. We getting ready to fly out to Houston so that we can go to Texas A&M to watch Aaliyah compete. We don't even know if she's competing today or if she's not competing until tomorrow, but we are on our way. We're actually getting to the airport just in time for us to make it to our gate. I gotta wait on the phone, please, because I don't know what gate we are. You know what gate?
E10.
Eat that way. Hey man, they lined up for this damn Starbucks like already. It's like 4-something in the morning, y'all. And they is not playing about their Starbucks. Y'all see all them people standing back there? They are patiently waiting for their Starbucks. Which, I mean, I could use a drink, a little Starbucks drink, but nah, it's too early. Plus, I got this thing where I don't like having to hold a drink in my hand while I'm on a flight. It's just kind of gross. I feel like airplanes are just gross in general. So I don't want to hold a drink, an open drink at that, on the airplane. Now, bottled water that I can just drop in my boo bag, that's one thing. But a Starbucks drink, no thank you. They whining his feet. They ain't playing. Anyway, guys. Come on, please. Huh?
He might have some hidden in the wheelchair. I ain't paying attention to the wheelchair.
The wheelchair is their wheelchair, ain't it? Or am I tripping? I think it's their wheelchair. Yeah, Funky's got on his lime green. He got the lime green shoes. I got me a cute little denim matching set. Yeah, I know I am here for a good batch of set. I actually got this from Marshall's, I think. And it actually came together. Like, it is actually a set. And it looked like it's denim, but it's really not denim. It's like a, I don't know, cotton like material. Super comfortable. Perfect. We right here. Dang. Everybody flying out to Houston at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's not just us. Dang. Yeah, and y'all know that Southwest just started I don't know what that was all about. Southwest just started their assigned seating, and I am not paying extra money for no seat. So we did choose it to where we did do it to where they assigned a seat for us when we check in, and we are in like the second to last group that's boarding. Like, it is just not that serious to me. We all gonna get on the plane. I don't have to get on the plane first. We all gonna get on there. I wasn't really expecting to be pushed that far back in the groups. But again, I wasn't finna spend no extra money. I don't know where we walking to now. But the airport is straight packed early this morning. It don't normally be this packed this early. Yeah, we made it to Houston. It was a short flight. It was supposed to be like an hour and a half. But I feel like it was less than that. We got here too fast. As soon as I dozed off on the damn plane, we landing. And then he playing too damn much. Want to start bothering people and shit. So y'all see the old serious version of him. Which I don't know is that behind closed doors, he's so unserious. Every time I turn the camera on, he want to start acting like he just serious. That is an act, y'all. That is definitely an act. Look at those. Anyway, we're trying to figure out how to get to the rental cars so we can rent a car. Well, it's gonna rent a little Tesla, but instead we'll be in a Nissan Rogue. It's the cheapest thing. If y'all know anything about me, I'm gonna spend the cheapest amount of money for the flight, and I'm probably gonna spend the cheapest amount of money for the car. I got a luxury car at home. I am not gonna rent a luxury car while we traveling. It ain't that damn serious. Not doing it. And it ain't that damn serious for me to pay a crazy amount of money for flights for an hour and a half, for an hour and a half long flight. No thank you. We're not doing it. So if y'all see us beating in the Nissan Rogue, it might not even be a Nissan Rogue. Y'all know how they be saying, like they'll say the car, and it'll say, or similar. That's what it said. It said the Nissan Rogue or similar. So ain't no telling what the hell we finna be driving. But if y'all see us riding around in a fishbowl, you'll know why. I'm hungry. We going straight to Dollar Station?
You gotta look. You got time. It's up to you.
We get something to eat, some breakfast. Houston got all the good food spots, but I don't think I've had. Oh, I had breakfast at Lost and Found. We had brunch there before, but other than that, I ain't really never had no breakfast food. Oh, what is it called?
We got up early.
No, when you got up early and made the rest of us get up early. Breakfast Club. Yeah, we went to the Breakfast Club. This man woke us up like at 5 or 6 o'clock in the damn morning to get to the damn Breakfast Club so that we didn't have to stand in the line. We didn't have to stand in the line So kudos to him for that. But shit, we barely was able to enjoy the food because we was tired. It was good though. He wanted to go super bad. We tried to go once and the line was wrapped around the damn building. And he was like, hell no. Alright, we got the rental car. We done made it to we got the rental car. We done made it to College Station. Now we are at another broken egg for some breakfast. It is still considered morning time. So close to afternoon. Morning, afternoon, it's brunch. It's 11:10 a.m. So I got some water. I got chicken and waffles. Broccoli's got an omelet, some potatoes, and then he got 2 pancakes on there. Now we've been to another broken egg before, but not this location obviously. They got that damn, they don't put them big slobs of butter on their stuff. I was gonna get some fish.
For y'all so far?
Yep.
Alrighty, let me know if I can get y'all.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I always get shrimp and grits, but I was gonna get some shrimp and grits, so I'm just trying to get something different than what I normally would get. And we did confirm that today Aaliyah is competing. She's long jumping. But of course, y'all gonna see that in a different video. And with that being said, we're about to end this vlog. And make sure y'all come check back on Wednesday for a track vlog. But unfortunately, I have to start the track vlog, so I'm gonna have to leave y'all right here to do so. But y'all already know the drill. Until next time.